Hello everyone, I'm Ji-hee Lee from Hanyang Administrative Affairs Office, a licensed administrative agent, known in Korea as a 행정사. We specialize in helping foreigners obtain visas, make investments, and establish businesses in Korea. Our office is officially registered with the Korean Immigration Office and is authorized to represent clients in immigration and administrative procedures on their behalf. This is the third video in our F-2 Residence Visa Complete Guide series. Today we're covering the Capital Attraction and Economic Revitalization track, which includes F-2-5, F-2-8, F-2-81, F-2-12, F-2-13, and F-2-14. The previous two videos focused on tracks for working professionals and long-term residents. Today is a completely different story. This track doesn't look at your education or how long you've been in Korea. The only things that matter here are the scale of foreign capital being brought into Korea, whether that investment is maintained, and whether jobs are being created. If you're considering investment-based immigration, this video is for you. Stay until the end. Category 3. Capital Attraction and Economic Revitalization track. This track has three main subtypes: high-value investors who run businesses directly, asset holders who invest in tourism and resort facilities, and financial investors who put money into public benefit funds. First, F-2-5 high-value direct investors. This status is for genuine business investors who establish or operate a foreign-invested company in Korea and directly contribute to industrial development and domestic employment creation. Under the Foreign Investment Promotion Act, you must meet at least one of the following three criteria. First, you've invested $500,000 United States dollars or more and have continuously resided in Korea for 3 or more years on D8 corporate investment status. Second, your foreign corporation, which has invested $500,000 United States dollars or more, dispatched you as an executive or employee to its Korean foreign invested company, and you've continuously resided in Korea for 3 or more years. Third, you've invested $300,000 United States dollars or more and currently employ 2 or more Korean nationals. The distinguishing feature of this status is that employment creation, not just investment amount, is explicitly embedded as a core requirement. To qualify for the F-5 direct path to permanent residency, the standard rises to $500,000 United States dollars in investment, alongside full-time employment of 5 or more Korean nationals. Second, F-2-8 and F-2-81 tourism and resort facility investors. This status is for investors and their families who prefer to invest their assets rather than run a business, those who want to invest and travel to and from Korea freely. F-2-8 is granted to foreign nationals or corporate executives and shareholders who invest an amount at or above the threshold designated by the Ministry of Justice in real estate, condominiums, or other facilities in designated investment zones, using overseas capital in their own name. F-2-81 is granted to their family members. In principle, overseas capital must be remitted into Korea, though exceptions are made for domestic income lawfully earned or proceeds from asset sales. The investment facility must be used exclusively for leisure and vacation purposes. If it is leased, used as collateral, attached, or used to generate revenue, the visa requirement is immediately voided. One important point: while most residence visas limit accompanying family to minor children, this status extends the F-2-81 eligibility to unmarried children, regardless of age. As long as an adult child can demonstrate they are unmarried, they can receive resident status alongside you. If the full investment amount has not yet been paid, but at least 100,000 United States dollars or 100 million Korean won has been paid in deposit or installments, an F-1 visiting and living together status may be granted up front to allow you to stay while completing the investment. After maintaining the investment for 5 years or more, both the primary investor and accompanying family members become eligible to convert to permanent residency under F-517 and F-519. Before applying for this status for the first time, there is a mandatory preliminary screening process you need to know about. You must first apply for a preliminary screening at the Regional Immigration Service with jurisdiction over the location of the investment property. After the preliminary screening is approved, you have 6 months to remit the investment funds through a domestic foreign exchange bank. If 6 months pass without remittance, you will need to apply for a new preliminary screening. Documents required for the preliminary screening application include the application form, identification documents such as a passport, a property registry extract of the investment target, and an investment fund remittance plan. It is also important to remember that income or assets formed during illegal stay in Korea or overseas assets based on such income will not be recognized as investment funds under any circumstances. The investment threshold and designated zones are subject to change through ministerial notifications at any time, so always check the latest announcement and prepare with a registered expert. Third, F-212, F-213, and F-214 public benefit business investors. This track is designed to attract foreign capital into government-run public benefit funds used for supporting small and medium enterprises or developing underdeveloped regions. It's well-suited for stability-oriented financial investors who prefer not to deal with the complexities of running a business or managing real estate directly. These three codes are differentiated within the same public benefit investment track based on the investor's type and whether family members are accompanying. F-212 applies to the primary public benefit investor. This covers foreign nationals and corporate executives and shareholders who deposit 1.5 billion Korean won or more into a public benefit fund operated by the Korea Development Bank, or who invest in an underdeveloped area development project designated by the Ministry of Justice. F-214 applies to the primary retirement investment immigrant. The investment is the same type of public benefit fund as the general investor, but this category is separately classified administratively. When converting to permanent residency after 5 years, unlike the general investor category, you must additionally prove that either you or your spouse holds at least 300 million Korean won in domestic assets. The permanent residency code is also different. F-523 for retirement immigrants, as opposed to F-521 for general public benefit investors. F-213 is granted to the accompanying family members of the above investors, specifically spouses and unmarried children. This status also applies to family invitation after the investor has already obtained F-521 or F-523 permanent residency, provided the investment has not been withdrawn. There are two ways to manage the investment. The principal guaranteed zero-interest model involves depositing funds into a public benefit fund managed by the Korea Development Bank, which are then used as a source of low-interest loans for small and medium enterprises. The profit and loss sharing model involves investing in an underdeveloped area development project designated by the Ministry of Justice. The investment amount threshold is 1.5 billion Korean won or more for the general investment immigrant category, and 3 billion Korean won or more for the high-value investment immigrant category. The high-value category only applies to the principal guaranteed zero-interest model. The investor, as well as corporate executives and shareholders, along with their spouses and unmarried children, all receive F-2 resident status with no restrictions on employment activities. If you only want occasional visits to Korea rather than permanent residency, you can opt for a C3 3-year multiple entry short-term visa instead. After 5 years without withdrawing the investment, conversion to F-521, F-522, or F-523 public benefit investment permanent residency becomes available. Investors who deposit 3 billion Korean won or more in the Korea Development Bank Fund and pledge to maintain the investment for at least 5 years may be immediately granted conditional permanent residency, F-525, without needing to fulfill a stay period requirement first. That wraps up the third category, the capital attraction and economic revitalization track. To summarize, the larger and more stable your investment, the broader the benefits, from expanded family accompaniment rights to immigration convenience to immediate permanent residency. F-25 is the right fit if you want to run a business directly. F-28 is right for real estate or condominium investment, and the F-210 series is best suited for those who prefer stable financial investment. In the next video, we'll be covering the fourth category, the Revitalizing Depopulating Areas track, F-2R. Immigration laws and ministerial notifications in Korea are subject to change at any time, and the visa process is complex and strict. Having your application handled by an experienced, licensed administrative agent is the most efficient way to save both time and money. So before you apply, make sure to verify the latest requirements with a qualified professional. Please subscribe and like this channel, and get the latest free visa guides from licensed administrative agents registered as Immigration Civil Affairs representatives delivered to you quickly. Thank you.